The orbiter was backed out of the processing facility in early July, just after the 4th of July holiday. The boosters and external tank were stacked in parallel in the vehicle assembly building while the work was going on in the orbiter processing facility. The countdown demonstration test with the flight crew was conducted just a few weeks ago, and flight crew was certified in emergency escape procedures. This is the orbiter access arm as it was attached to the vehicle once Discovery rolled to the pad last month, and the rotating service structure was then moved into position around the orbiter to allow the installation of the payloads and also access to various parts of the vehicle for the Kennedy launch team. Payloads were installed into the payload bay out at the launch pad in the vertical position. And the payload bay doors were closed for flight early Tuesday morning during our countdown. Countdown began on time at the T-minus 43 hour mark at about 3 p.m. on Monday. Count has been going very smoothly, which leads us up to this morning. It's traditional for the crew to arrive several days before the launch. They go through flight data file reviews, and the commander and pilot practice approaches and landings to the shuttle landing facility to hone their skills. They practice in the shuttle training aircraft. Crew also has medical exams while here at KSC prior to launch, and they perform fit checks of their flight crew equipment, all continuing to go well out at the launch pad. The final inspection team is making their way up and down the launch tower, looking for any loose items or any ice or frost formation. They do wear the bright orange suits so that we can keep track of the crew as they wander around the launch pad. And we have live pictures of the flight crew in the crew quarters. We've got Commander Kurt Brown, who's just walked into the suit-up room following the weather briefing. This is his 4th flight, and he has overall responsibility for commanding the flight. This will be his first flight as commander. He served as pilot of 3 previous missions on STS-92 in 1992, 94, and 96. Kent Rominger. As pilot, he will assist Brown at the flight controls. This will be his 3rd flight and his birthday today. He's 41 years old. He will also be assisting Commander during the rendezvous and retrieval of the Krista SPA's payload, and will also be involved in several payloads, including the solid surface combustion experiment. We have Canadian astronaut Bjarni Tryggvason making his first flight on the shuttle today. Across the room we have the mission specialists. We've got Jan Davis. She's making her 3rd flight today. She's the payload commander with overall responsibility of servicing tasks. She will operate the robot arm to deploy and retrieve the German Krista SPA's payload. And we have mission specialist Robert Kirby making his first flight today on the shuttle. He serves as flight engineer and will assist the commander and pilot with ascent and re-entry checklists and in monitoring all vehicle systems. And we have mission specialist Stephen Robinson. This will be his first flight. He is the prime mission specialist for the Krista SPA's payload, and he will work with Jan Davis with the robot arm activity and will operate several experiments. There is some fog in the KSC area, and that is expected to burn away as the sun continues to rise here in Florida, and looking for favorable weather conditions for our launch of Discovery today. All countdown events are going well. We expect the crew to arrive at the launch pad's white room at about 8 a.m. Got a lot of well-wishers standing by, ready to wish the crew well before their journey into space. Crew's getting ready for a 10-day mission. We have views now in the crew cabin, and we have guest commentator Marcia Ivins here to help explain what's going on.
What you see here is the commander, Kurt Brown, getting into the commander's seat on the left. Joe Tanner, who is the astronaut support person, the ASP, helping him. It's a little difficult to climb up in the vertical position and to get in the seat, so Joe is holding onto his parachute while Kurt gets into the seat. Now he's going to ask him to, as he holds the parachute, pull himself all the way down into the seat to get a good fit in there so they can get the harnesses on him. At the same time the commander is being strapped in, we have MS-3, Steve Robinson, being strapped in by Carlos, who is our awesome suit tech on the middeck. This goes on in parallel so that all the crew can get in a timely fashion. The same as Joe is helping on the flight deck, Carlos holds on to the parachute. Steve's got a strap connected to the locker you can see him holding on to now, like a chinning strap that allows him to position himself correctly on the parachute as he gets in. Now we see the birthday boy getting into his seat, the pilot. He's holding on to two handrails, one in the center of the near the windows and one on his right side. And then as they hold his parachute, he pulls himself down into the seat. Bjarni is now in the PS1 seat. You can see his chinning strap that he's got to get himself positioned in the seat. And Carlos will be connecting his cooling water.
Copy.
Last crew member in, Bob Kirby, in the MS2 seat.
Well, I've got you here. I'll give you step 570 to work first clock if you want for the perform the fuel cell purge on channel 153.
Okay, we'll put that into work as well.
Do you need a QC there?
And we heard that poll by NASA Test Director Doug Lyons of the launch team indicating that they are ready to continue on with launch today. Standing by now for Jim Harrington, the launch director, to conduct his poll of the management team.
12, I'll run a poll at this time. Copy.
Payload director?
Payloads are go.
After that, engineering director.
Engineering is go.
Copy that. Safety and mission assurance.
Safety and mission assurance is go, Jim.
Copy that. Range weather?
Roger, sir. We have no constraints to launch, Urban.
And ops manager?
Ops manager, we're not, the MNT is not tracking anything, and looks like we're go for launch. You're cleared to proceed with the launch count.
Copy that. And Discovery, looks like everything's ready to go. You guys have a great mission, and we'll see you back here at the conclusion of the mission. And NTD, you are clear to launch.
Copy that, sir. Thank you. Attention all stations. The countdown clock will pick up at T-minus 9 minutes and 2 minutes and 20 seconds.
T-minus 5 minutes.
Orbiter APU start.
TLT OTC, perform APU start. APU start inward. And CDR reconfigure heaters.
The vent hood is situated at the top of the external tank. That will be retracted away in the next few seconds. And the external tank is being pressurized for flight.
TLT OTC, clear the caution warning memory. Verify no unexpected errors. That's in work, OTC. And OTC TLT, warning memory cleared. No unexpected errors. Copy. And flight crew, close and lock your visors. Initiate O2 flow. On behalf of the launch team, good luck with your mission. And Ramo, happy birthday. We're about to light your candles. Thanks for that birthday wish. Will be the two best candles I ever had. And Discovery copies visors and sit O2. TLS is go for ET, LH2 pressurization.
Water will be dumped onto the launch platform in a few seconds to help suppress the sound and shock of the thrust produced by the shuttle at launch. T-minus 15 seconds. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. We have a go for main engine start. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Booster ignition and liftoff of Discovery on a mission to study planet Earth.
Roll program, Houston. Roger, roll, Discovery.
Houston is now controlling. The roll maneuver is complete and Discovery is now in a heads down, wings level position. All three main engines now throttling down to 67% of rated thrust as the orbiter passes through the area of maximum aerodynamic pressure on the vehicle in the lower regions of the Earth's atmosphere. Telemetry indicates all three auxiliary power units and fuel cells continuing to perform well.
We continue up. We're looking at the engines now as they throttle back to about 67% on all three of the main engines. And looking for Mach 1 right now, making sure the tapes match on both sides, and they did, and we continued on up. And right about now is when the engines start throttling again, throttling up to 104%, the main engines, that is.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Copy, go at throttle up.
1 minute, 22 seconds into the flight, Discovery's three liquid-fueled engines are now back at full throttle, 104% of rated thrust. Discovery now traveling at a speed of 1,900 miles per hour.
I just called the tail off of the SRBs, and we should see SEP right about now. And there was the big flash of light, and now we've rode to the next, and now we're just on the main engines, and got about 5.5 more minutes to orbit.
Again, telemetry currently indicating all three main engines, auxiliary power units, and fuel cells continuing to perform well. Discovery now at a speed of 2,800 miles per hour, downrange from the Kennedy Space Center, 27 miles. Discovery now at an altitude of 367, downrange from the Kennedy Space Center, 370 miles.
Discovery, single engine Zaragoza, 104.
Copy, single engine Zaragoza, 104.
Now 8 minutes, 43 seconds into the flight, the booster officer here in Mission Control has confirmed an on-time main engine cutoff.
Discovery Houston, we show a nominal MECO. Ohms 1 is not required. You have a go for the ET photo DTO.
Copy, nominal MECO, Ohms 1 not required.